Hey guys, welcome to foolhardyTV. Today we are at Mansion in McAllen with the lovely Samantha Jo from the Sammi Jo Show, available on iTunes. So first off, we just want to say thank you for taking the time out to do this interview with us and answering a few questions for us.
Thank you so much for having me. Seriously, is this good? I'm really excited. Thank you for having me. Seriously.
Okay, so first off, tell us a little bit about your new show, the Sammi Jo Show.
Well, basically, it started off as Sexy Sounds of SJ, and then I just felt like I needed to really change the name. And then my mom calls me Sammi Jo all the time, so I figured it kind of like go really well with the concept of trying to like rebrand myself and just kind of like letting my listeners really get to know me as a podcast lover, as a music lover, and kind of relate to my listeners. And it was really important to me to actually kind of not so much change the image part, but just to really change the concept of the name. The name was really important to me. So yeah, I love it now. It's kind of show.
Okay, so you mentioned Sexy Sounds of SJ. What can listeners expect to be different with the Sammi Jo Show?
To be honest with you, it's kind of the same thing, really. The only different thing is that, like, now I always try to focus and like lean on towards local music, local acts, local artists, local authors, local business owners, anything that kind of promote like the unknown is like my thing. So I think it was like really cool to like just to get to know all these unknown artists all around, because Texas has so much really good talent. So much good talent that hardly any of it gets publicized or hardly any of it gets put out there on the radio. My thing is like, let's get these people known. Like, there's so much cool music. Like, let's get these people heard, from all around the world. And the cool thing is that my subscribers are from everywhere. So it's a really cool thing to just like I feel like music is like the universal language of the world.
So how is it that you come across these artists? Like, how do you get their music introduced to you? I mean, do they personally send you their music, listen to it, or how does that work?
Normally, I'll get messages on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and they'll be like, "This is a link to my SoundCloud, to my Reverb. Like, check out my music. Tell me what you think," and I'll go and I'll check it out. Most of the time, I love it. Honestly, some of the times I hate it, but I just admire that passion of someone really wanting to do what they love in life, and that's basically music. But it's so cool because like I'll get some really cool stuff where I'm like, "Why isn't this on the radio?" That kind of like motivates me to kind of help promote that person, help get them heard. But sometimes I go to music festivals, or I'll be at a club, or I'll be at a bar, I'll be anywhere, and they'll mention that they do music, and I'm like, what kind of music? Give me your card. And then most likely, even if it's somewhere that I meet them, most likely I pretty much play their stuff on my show no matter what, because most of it's pretty good. So I'm really content with it. But it's cool.
What kind of music is it that interests you the most? Like, what is the type of music that, if you hopped in your car right now, what would be on the radio in your car?
Actually, 107.9 from the Valley's on. But when I'm in Austin, I try to listen to the indie station just because it's a bunch of independent music from independent artists independent labels. I'm sorry, to where it's just like the cool underground stuff that all the hipsters love. But honestly, I try to find a song that's been played out on the radio station, just insanely played out, and I go and I try to like research. I look for a version or a mix of the song that's so awesome to where it's like, I love the song, but I hate it because they play it so much, and then you hear a new version of it and you're like, oh my god, I totally love this. So that's like my thing, is like, let's just try to make music a little bit better than what it already is. And plus it gives a lot of like local DJs or DJs, unknown DJs, that kind of recognition for making like a really good mix of a good track that's pretty much been played out by the stations. But I like all types of music, EDM, acoustic. I'm R&B, hip hop. There's this artist in Dallas called Ollie Hoops, and I've worked with him, and he's pretty good. So it's not just electronic music, it's basically pretty much everything. You got it, I want it, any type of music is totally fine. Yeah.
So the Sammi Jo Show is going to be available on iTunes. Is there anywhere else that listeners are going to be able to find the podcast?
Definitely on SoundCloud. It'll probably be up on Mixcloud. It's something that you can, it's pretty much on all podcast apps. If you just Google it, you'll find somewhere to listen to. If you have an iPhone, it's definitely on iTunes. If you have an Android, it's definitely on Android, SoundCloud. So there's always somewhere to find it.
Tell us a little more about yourself. What was it that got you into radio? Or I know you've done some voiceover work in the past as well. What drove you into that kind of field?
You know, the story is so weird. My friend bought a franchise out of Mexico City called Exxon. Exxon's huge in Mexico. So he bought a franchise and put it here in McAllen. And he's like, come check out my radio station. I just got it. He's like, come check it out. So I was like, whatever. So I go check it out, and we're in the studio, and it's already like, you know, we're in there, and it's kind of like a little bit later, so none of the disc jockeys are in there recording. It's like basically like a recording that just plays. So I grab the mic and I'm messing with them, like, yo, SJ in there, Sammi J in the house, and just kind of just fucking with it, really. And they were recording the whole time, and I had no idea. So I get a phone call that next Monday, and they're like, hey, my program director, he just heard your voice, and he thinks it's awesome. Do you want to come in and start training for radio? And I was like, what? That's so crazy. Because I always thought it was something that I might want to do, but I never really thought it was something that I could actually do. And I just like went up to the mic and spoke. I know a lot of like radio personalities go and they make their radio voice. I just go on there and I just talk, and it was something that I didn't really know that I was actually good at until I did it. And then after that, you know, everything just kind of fell into place, and I just kind of, you know, it's crazy. You go through life not really knowing what you want to do, but when you find that one thing, it's like it just kind of sticks, and you're just like, you know what, this is what I'm, and that's the best feeling in the world, actually.
Yeah, I can definitely. I mean, I feel the same way about kind of what we're doing at the moment. So,
and it's a really good thing. It's really awesome. So don't forget, you can catch me on SoundCloud and iTunes at the Sammi Jo Show, or on Twitter at the Sammi Jo Show, or on Facebook. Also, hit me up.